Hello, my lovely Aries. Welcome to your September 2019 reading. This is a general reading for you, my lovely Aries. It's a reading for Aries sun, rising and moon sign. It's always a good idea to listen to your rising sign and moon sign for added depth and detail to your monthly reading, but also that some months that will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. I did create a video. I have posted a video on how to find your sun, rising and moon sign and the meanings of those signs for you, what significance they have in your natal chart. I'll put the link up here somewhere for you. I'll also have the link in the information below. Also, you can just go into my channel and you'll see the video there. It's not a long one, it's short, it gets to the point, and there's also links to sites that offer free natal charts, so you can actually print out your own natal chart, which will be interesting for you. This is a general reading for you, my lovely Aries. If you would like a reading that's specific to you, you can follow the link below to my website and book a private reading from there. And that will be a true reading for you. So this month, I was meditating on the collective Aries energy for the month of September. And the word for you is passion. The word for you is passion. It's about really igniting that fire in your belly, really pursuing what brings you joy, what makes you enthusiastic. What project do you want to launch? This is a month of actually getting things done, putting your plans into action in September. So that's the energy that's around you. So let's have a look at it in more detail. What does that actually mean for you? I've created your spread, so let's have a look at it. The first card you've got, which is what's going on around you, is the Empress. And the Empress is a really nice card. It's a card of birth of new ideas. She's having a child, so that's a child is, it can be absolutely having the birth of a new baby. It's also the birth of new idea, the birth of a new way of living, the birth of changes coming into your life and creating a new start. It's the birth of something. It's the birth of having completed studies or a course that you've done and now being able to put that into action. It's the birth of a new era for you, the birth of a new beginning for you. And it is one where you are able to create the abundance that you are seeking. That's abundance in joy, in love, in finances, in prosperity, in family, whatever that is for you. But it is about creating around you an environment that is going to really be what it is you're seeking, what it is you're wanting. This month, this is about you. This card speaks about you. It speaks about what changes do you need to put in place to bring about the changes that you're wanting, to bring to you what is going to bring you peace, what is going to bring you that sense of security, what is going to bring you that love that you're seeking, the joy of getting up and going to work, doing something that you enjoy, something that brings you happiness. What is that for you? It's about being surrounded by things that you really connect with, things that you've worked towards, things that you're manifesting, things that you're creating. So I really like that as a start to September. What a great start to September, because that is also crossed by the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is a very spiritual card. The High Priestess speaks of that balance, that peace, getting things accomplished in the esoteric first. So it's what thoughts are you having? What do you want to create? What does your intuition tell you? What is your body telling you? How does your body speak to you? And by that I mean, when we want to do something that it goes against the grain of what we feel is the direction we want to move in, or is morally not right for us. Someone else might be giving you advice saying, you know, do this, but it doesn't sit well with you. That's your body telling you it's not right for you. It's not a good idea to go down that path. And so it's about you creating, with the Empress, you creating the reality that you're wanting for this next phase, this next chapter for you. But trusting yourself, following your instinct, listening to your intuition, finding that quiet place to reflect on your ideas, to reflect on where you want to go, to reflect on how you're going to achieve these things, who you're going to have around you, reflecting on all of those things for you. It's about you, my lovely Aries, this month. It's about you. It's about what it is that you want. What do you want to achieve, and how do you want to bring it about? What doesn't serve you? What do you need to leave behind? What are you going to take with you in moving forward? What sits well with you? When you decide to do something, what makes you excited? What makes you unstoppable? What is it that you're wanting to put in place? What changes are you wanting to make? It's a really exciting month for you, and I want to say that September is really going to be, from the very start of September, as you move through September, you're going to feel the change. You're going to feel a change from August to September. There's going to be some sort of, oh, I feel differently here. I feel differently. Southern Hemisphere coming into spring and new growth. The Northern Hemisphere, you're moving into autumn, which is also a change of seasons. It's a change of time. It's a change of what's going on. What are you going to do that brings change into your life, that is going to be good for you, my lovely Aries? What's that driving force that you're going to feel? It's the Judgment card, and the Judgment card's an interesting one. It's to me, it's okay, I'm going to do these things. I'm going to bring these changes into my reality. And this is what sits well with me, right? So the Judgment card is I always feel it's the stirring card. It's the card that stirs the past. It's the card that stirs old patterns, old behaviors, old ways of doing things. Maybe you were very heavily influenced by others in the past, and you are now feeling that it's time to change that. If that hasn't been working for you, then it's time to change it and start listening to your own inner clock, your own intuition, your own sense of what is going to work for you. What's your body telling you? The body speaks to us all the time. It's our gauge of whether we're doing the right thing or not for us. It may not be for other people, but this isn't about other people. This is about you. And what you're going to feel in the subconscious with the Judgment card is a stirring of things of the past, old patterns, old cycles, old behaviors, old ways of reacting to situations. And so that gives you the ability then to review it. Do I want that? No, I don't. Do I want to keep this? Yes, I might keep that. So what are you going to sift through? And that's going to be about you and your cycles and behaviors and attitudes to things, and your facing your fears that may have kept you stuck in the past. But it's also about people that are around you. And situations might arise and you think, oh, I'm done with that. I don't want that anymore. A situation might arise and you think, yeah, look, I need to put more work and effort into that. I need to fix that. I need to strengthen that relationship. It can be a relationship with a significant other. It can be friendships. It can be family. It can be work colleagues. It can be all relationships in all areas, which is going to come up for you. And that manifests in your, you start doing that and you're going to feel this inner strength. This is your card, the Queen of Wands. This is you, and it's you, it's male or female here. And so this is male or female, and it's, excuse me, being confident. Coming into your, this speaks to me of coming into your own. It means, it's coming into your own. It's feeling confident about where you are. It's, okay, I'm going in this direction, don't mess with me. By week 2 of September, you're going to feel like, okay, I know where I'm going. I know where I'm heading. You want to come along with me, then come along with me. But if you don't, then that's fine too. It's about you being confident, you not allowing things to stop you. You're going to feel unstoppable once you set this in motion, once you bring in this change, once you recognize what this is all about. You are going to be, the Queen of Wands is so confident in herself, is absolutely unstoppable, is ready to implement with courage, implement plans, implement dreams, implement change. There's no fear here. There's no fear here. This is just such an amazing card. It's just so amazing. It's don't be messing with me. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm heading. And feeling so confident about it. Once you follow where you want to be, follow your intuition. What is it saying to you? Once you trust it, have trust, have faith in it, believe in it, believe in yourself and move it forward, which brings in change. And it's going to be on many different levels for every one of you. I feel like some of you are just going to feel so euphoric, so excited and not knowing where that excitement's coming. You will channel it in many different ways. Some of you are going to start pursuing things that you've always wanted to pursue, interests, hobbies, jobs, launching new products, launching your own business, changing jobs. It's just, you're going to have this sense of movement in September, of making things happen, because what you're bringing from August is the Emperor. This is another powerful card. This is another card that is a fire card. The Emperor is very much a fire card, as you can tell by the colours there. This is another, you're going to come into September feeling really confident, really ready to state what it is you want, to be confident enough to speak of what you want and how you want it, how you want to do things, how you want to live your life, what you want to implement, what changes do you want to bring in. Is there something that you've been thinking about, reflecting on, and not quite sure whether to launch it or not quite sure whether to put those plans into action, make those plans work? Maybe you haven't been quite sure about what you wanted to do with that, but you're going to know coming into September. You're going to know that because it is your turn, my lovely Aries. You've got the wheel here, the wheel of fortune, and you've done the whole thing. You've done this, I feel great. You've had times through the year where you've felt absolutely confident and great, and then things haven't quite worked out as you've wanted, and there's been lessons that have been put in your way, lessons for you to learn. And what can you take from those lessons? If you think, oh, well, this is happening to me, nothing happens to us. There's lessons that are put there for us in order for us to grow. And it's important to look back and reflect, which is what judgment is all about. Look back and reflect on what lessons you've had put in your path, what obstacles have been there, how you have overcome them, and what you've learnt from them. What sort of person have you become? Because then it's gotten really tough, but now you're on your way up. So it's now done the full rotation and you're on your way up. You're on the way to success. You're on the way to everything falling into place. It is so important to learn the tiniest thing, maybe from a lesson that's been presented to you, from something that's been a difficult situation for you. What have you learnt from it? What have you taken from it? And if you think, oh no, that was just a hard situation and I'm going to play victim and I've learnt nothing, you're going to repeat it. So if you don't want to repeat it, have a look at that. None of us are victims here. Everything that's happened is preordained. We have chosen that. We've chosen that for our learning, for our development, for our spiritual growth. So take something from it as you progress through September, because the Wheel of Fortune is there. And if you've learnt your lessons, it's just going to take you to that next level, to that next stage of reaping the rewards of your efforts. So when the Judgment card comes up on a subconscious level, where you're feeling like you're needing to review something or things, might be one thing, it may be a few things, review them and see how it's changed you. How has it pushed you and progressed you on your spiritual path, on the opportunities that are available to you now that were not available to you then. So take that and learn as much as you can from it. As we continue to progress through September, you've got the Ten of Swords here. And the Ten of Swords is, the 10 of any suit is completion. It's the end of a cycle. It's the completion of that cycle. And swords is an air sign. It's all about learning. It's all about learning from your lessons, your challenges. What have you taken from them? And so you can choose to play victim and take the burden of it all with you in not forgiving, wanting vengeance, taking those emotions with you, and that's going to be a sword in your back. It's going to be a burden moving forward, and we don't want that. I don't want that for you. I would like for you to look at what obstacles have been there, what challenges have been there, and how you've overcome them, and what have you learnt from them. And that in itself is freeing, because with the Ten of Swords, you're moving on. You're moving out of that phase and into a new phase, and it's about taking with you what you have learnt, the person you've become, how that's made you a better person, how that's made you more determined, how that has changed aspects of your life that have needed to be cleaned up and changed and moved on. So here's this opportunity here by week 3 in September, and the timing's going to be different for all of you because your charts are different, but it's about taking what you've learned, as I've said, taking from, and this seems to be the theme here for your reading, taking what you've learned and moving forward with it and growing from it, leaving behind what you don't need, what will not serve you in moving forward. That release is going to be really, really important, because what's going on in your environment, you've got the Three of Swords here, and this speaks of deception and betrayal, absolutely sadness, but this can also be a sadness of letting go of things that no longer serve you, because we're emotionally connected to a lot of things. For some of you, it's going to be the end of a relationship or the end of a family situation, or, it's going to be different for all of you. And there's that ending, and that is always emotionally challenging. It always leaves a residual. But for some of you, this is also self-deception. What aren't you happy about in yourself? What needs to be changed with this review? Because there's so much absolutely happening in moving forward. So it's something for you to look at. Who's disappointed you? Who's disappointed you? Who did you think was going to be there to support you through this change and they didn't come through with it? And it can be a partner, the significant other, or it can be a friend that you feel wasn't there for you. And so here it is, okay, wasn't there for you. Am I going to carry that through to my next stage? No, I don't think so. I want to grow with no burdens, with no baggage, and I want to move forward with that. So it's about asking yourself what needs to be released. And what needs to be released, I want to say to you, my lovely Aries, what are you carrying? What needs to be released from you? It's time to let go. It's time to release, and it's time to let go. Because when we hold on to those things, what that does is it limits us. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't, the person that has done this, or no, I will change that. Nobody does things to us at all. It's we feel the way we feel. But when you found yourself in that situation, by holding on to that baggage, by holding on to that hurt, it's only limiting you. It's not limiting anybody else. It's limiting you. And so it's time to release that. I'm going to draw another card to get a little bit more explanation for you with that, that Three of Swords, but I feel like it's part of that letting go for you, my lovely Aries. Part of that letting go, not being stubborn, not holding on to things that you don't want. Because there's so much wonderful things moving forward, and you manage it. You do it. You do it. You've got the King of Swords here. The King of Swords is in control. Learnt everything that he's learned. He or she has learnt. It's about feeling confident in moving forward, feeling confident that you're going to be heard, feeling confident about what you want and where you want to go and what decisions you want to make. There's no turmoil here. So this is, that cleansing is going to bring out this confidence in you. For some of you, the King of Swords is a male or female, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini person that is around, and is for some of you, this is the person that has been, you know, sun, rising, moon sign, of course, this is the person that has caused this angst in you, this sense of not being supportive, not being there for you. That's for some of you. For some of you, it's just you're going to exit this feeling really confident, really strong, knowing exactly where you're going and what choices and decisions you're going to be making, which I really like, which I really, really like. And doing it in a very nurturing way, doing it in a very loving way. There's self-love, self-nurturing needs to happen here, as well as giving it to people around you. Don't forget to give it to yourself. Don't forget to self-nurture. Don't forget to heal. Don't forget to do things that you're needing to do to put your pieces back together so that you can heal. That's going to be really, really important for you, as well as the strength in moving forward. You know, don't just sort of brave on. Do some healing, do some self-nurturing so that you can move forward, so that you can move on, because there's absolutely nothing to fear in moving forward. By the end of September, you're going to start feeling really good about yourself. You've got the Knight of Coins here, the Knight of Pentacles, and of course Pentacles is about abundance and prosperity and all those, you know, all those financials and things that make you happy and bring you pleasure. It's very earthed. It's very earthed. Things are going to come about in a very practical way. And when you've got the Knight of Pentacles or the Knight of Coins, it's about not being fearful about moving forward. So you've got nothing to fear here in moving forward. And in doing that, there's going to be an abundance or a flow coming to you in by the end of September. Things are just going to fall into place. Things are going to start happening for you. Things are going to start working out for you. I really like that feel of anything you want to put in place, sort out the riff. And I feel like this sorting out, it's such a tiny part of, and I know I've spent a lot of time talking about it, but it's such a tiny part of September because you've done the work. This is like going through with a big broom and just sweeping out the debris because you've done the work. It's just about clearing space within you to allow the goodness to come, to allow you to create the reality that you're wanting to create. This rebirth of you, my lovely Aries, is there. And the final card that you've got is, of course, the Knight of Wands, which is your suit. This is Aries, fire. This is your fire sign. This is about the end of September, really like okay, I'm done, I'm set, and I know what I want, and I'm moving forward. I'm pursuing my purpose. I'm pursuing what brings me joy. I'm pursuing my path, my creativity, my, whatever it is for you. What do you want to put together and forge forward, because it's going to take you through to October and November. 2020 is going to hold a lot in store for you, my lovely Aries. It's about charging ahead. I'm feeling like, okay, you're done. Let's get through this year. I want to charge to the finish line, and I want January 2020 to be here and done, and let's move forward with that. I feel like you're charging ahead, because you've got these plans, you've got these ideas, you know what you're wanting, you know what you're wanting to do. And if there's not, this is for some people it's going to be major. For some people it's only going to be these small changes that are going to be significant changes. And I feel like for some of you, these changes are going to be huge changes within you. It's within you that they're going to happen. And so the external people may not notice so much the changes, but the changes are there. That shift has happened within you. So for some of you, it'll be a physical manifestation. And for some of you, it's an internal, it's a personal, spiritual change that's happening here in September. But either way, it creates new growth, it creates new opportunities, it creates new potential, it brings you joy. I really like that. I think that's really exciting. I think that's really, really exciting. I'm going to draw a card here for you, the Angels of Abundance. Let's have a look at summarizing what's going on here. What can I tell you? Well, that flew out, didn't it? Partnership. Let's have a look. I'll put my glasses on, my lovely Aries. Okay, so allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. So for this shift here, there is help there for you, and it's about, the High Priestess is one of, spiritual. It's a very spiritual card. It's about that inner workings. It's about connecting with spirit. It's about connecting with the universe. It's about being clear with the universe as to what it is you want. Otherwise the universe is confused if you keep changing your mind. You've got to be clear about what it is you want. I'm going to also draw a card for you from the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. Let's see. I'm going to draw a few separate cards this month, just to do things a little bit differently. There we go. Peace. Isn't that nice? This is it. This is the High Priestess. This is peace, emotional balance. There is no need to worry, as everything is working out beautifully. And it is. Everything is as it needs to be. Everything is working out wonderfully well. Let's have a look at relationships now. Let's see what Aries relationships. What's the key card? This is the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. Let's have a look at what's going on, because there's so much change coming in for you, my lovely Aries. So much change. Okay. Oh, this is nice. Blossom. Blossom. Blossom is new growth. This is what I've said, spring or autumn, the change of seasons. There's new growth. There's new opportunities coming in. This is where you are very much at, where there's this new opportunity. And there's new opportunities as far as relationships go, as far as what relationships you want to bring into your life. What relationships do you want to have with people? How is it going to be different? It can be relationships that you already have in your life, but there's a shift, there's a change in how you are going to interact and relate. You're changing the dance, you're making it more, there may be changes that you want to make to improve it. There's also new growth, new opportunities, new people coming in as well. So that's really lovely. Really like that. I think you've got a very exciting month, my lovely Aries. So enjoy September. enjoy the excitement, and remember, listen to your body, listen to your intuition. Use that as your beacon, your inner guidance. It's going to be really important to guide you through, so be confident about trusting that. I wish you many, many blessings, my lovely Aries. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and book a private reading from there, which is going to be very, very specific to you. Also, thank you for liking and sharing my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, click the subscribe button so that you know when I put new videos out, and you will be one of the first to see them. Or also click the notification bell, which will tell you when I've put a new video out. Many blessings, my lovely Aries.